Hello, hello. How are you? Hope you're well. As promised, well, not promised really, but as I said I may do, I have done you a second video. Am I good or am I good? It's just a little short one, just to, see you through until next week. No, just because I felt like it and, why not? So here it is. Enjoy and I'll see you on the other side. Throughout history, people across the world have whispered tales of creatures that defy logic, beasts that lurk in the shadows, beasts that science have never confirmed, and yet so many swear that they exist. These are cryptids. From the murky depths of the Scottish lakes to the misty forests of North America, cryptids continue to haunt our imagination. Today, we're diving deep into the chilling world of these mysterious beings. Are they a myth? Or something more? Cryptids whose existence is suggested but unproven by science. For example, Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, Mothman, and many more. Let's have a little look into Bigfoot. Now, Bigfoot is also known as a Sasquatch. It's a large, hairy, ape-like creature believed to inhabit North America, particularly the Pacific Northwest. It's a cryptid, a creature rumoured to exist but lacking definite scientific evidence. The name Sasquatch comes from a Salish word meaning wild man or a hairy man, and the legend is intertwined with the indigenous stories and myths. Now, Bigfoot is typically described as a large, hairy, upright walking creature with large feet. The legend of Bigfoot is widespread in North America, with stories and sightings dating back centuries. While there are many alleged sightings and perpetuated footprints, there's no definitive scientific evidence to confirm that Bigfoot actually exists. Bigfoot is a part of North American folklore and culture. Various indigenous groups having their own stories about similar creatures. Most scientists consider Bigfoot as a myth, attributing sightings to misidentified animals like black bears or other large type animals. What do you think? Now, the Loch Ness Monster is known affectionately as Nessie. It's a mythical creature in the Scottish folklore that's said to inhabit Loch Ness in the Scottish Highlands. It's often described as large, long-necked, and with one or more humps protruding from the water. Popular interest and belief in the creature has varied since it was brought to worldwide attention in 1933. Evidence of its existence is really rare, with a number of disputed photographs and sonar readings. A scientific community explains alleged sightings of the Loch Ness Monster as hoaxes or wishful thinking and misidentification of mundane objects. But who knows? Because in August 1933, the Courier published an account of a George Spicer because he said he had an alleged sighting. Then public interest skyrocketed and countless letters were sent detailing different sightings. The letters all described a monster fish, a sea serpent, or a dragon. Ultimately, the final name settled was on the Loch Ness Monster. And since the 1940s, the creature has been affectionately called Nessie. The earliest report of the monster was in the vicinity of the Loch Ness appears written by somebody in the life of Saint Columba, and it was written in the 7th century AD. Now, writing about a century after the events described, Irish monk Saint Columba was staying in the land of the Picts with his companions, and he encountered local residents burying a man by the River Ness. They explained that the man was swimming in the river when he was attacked by a water beast that mauled him and dragged him under the water. Now, despite their attempts to rescue him by boat, Columba sent a follower. He sent him to swim across the river, and the beast approached him. But Columba made a sign of the cross and said, "Go no further, do not touch the man, go back at once." The creature stopped as if it had been pulled back with ropes and fled. And Columba's men gave thanks for what they perceived as a miracle. The believers in the monster point to this story set in the River Ness rather than the loch itself as evidence for the creature's existence as early as the 6th century. Now, skeptics question the narrative's reliability, noting that the water beast stories were extremely common, and the tale probably recycles a common motif attached to the local landmark. So according to skeptics, his story may be independent of the modern Loch Ness monster legends and became attached to it by its proximity, and believed the believers were seeking to bolster their claims. What do you think? Do you believe it? Is it real, or is it just a myth? Now this brings us on to the Mothman. The Mothman is a cryptid, a creature whose existence also is not scientifically proven, associated with the town of Point Pleasant in West Virginia in the late 1960s. The creature is typically described as large, humanoid, winged creature with glowing red eyes. It gained notoriety after multiple sightings were reported in and around Point Pleasant, with the most famous sightings occurring between November 15th, 1966 and December 15th, 1967. The Mothman is generally described as a humanoid figure with large human-like body, wings, glowing red eyes. Some accounts describe it as having shiny, wet or slick appearance. The creature was introduced to a wider audience by Gray Barker in 1970 and further popularised by John Keel's 1975 book, The Mothman Prophecies, which claimed the connection between the sightings and paranormal events, including the collapse of the Silver Bridge. The Mothman has become a significant part of West Virginian folklore, with some associating it with the omen of disaster. Now, some believe that it appears before major tragedies, like the Silver Bridge collapse. The Mothman story has been adapted into a film called The Mothman Prophecies, which further popularised the legend. The Mothman continues to be a subject of interest and discussion, with many people believing it to be a real creature or a symbol of something more profound. Point Pleasant in West Virginia has embraced the Mothman as a local legend and tourist attraction, with a museum and festival dedicated to the cryptid. I'm not sure I would want to go to a festival about a cryptid. The chupacabra is a legendary cryptid, or a mythical creature, primarily known from folklore in parts of the Americas. The name, meaning goat sucker in Spanish, refers to the creature's supposed habit of attacking and drinking the blood of livestock, particularly goats. Sightings and tales of the chupacabra have been reported in various regions, including Mexico and parts of the southwestern United States. The chupacabra is a modern myth, with its origins tracing back to the series of reported livestock deaths in Puerto Rico in the late 1980s and early 1990s. These deaths were, according to locals, were attributed to a creature with unusual puncture wounds, leading to the belief that it was a vampire beast that drained the blood of its victims. While descriptions of the chupacabra vary, common features include a dog-like or reptilian appearance, sometimes with spikes or hair along its back, and glowing red eyes. Some accounts also describe it as being covered in a leathery reptilian-like skin. Some scientists suggest that the chupacabra may be a result of a misidentified animal, such as a mangy coyotes, or even exaggerated interpretation of disease or predation from other animals. The chupacabra has become a popular figure in Latin American and American folklore, with its stories and legends often passed down through the generations. The creature has also been featured in books, movies, and other media, further solidifying its place in popular cultures. In South Jersey and Philadelphia folklore in the United States, the Jersey Devil, also known as the Leeds Devil, is a legendary creature or cryptid. It's said to inhabit the forests of the Pine Barrens in South Jersey. The creature is often described as a flying biped with hooves, but there are many variations. The common description is that of a bipedal kangaroo-like or wyvern-like creature with a horse or goat-like head, leather, bat-like wings, horns, small arms with clawed hands, legs with cloven hooves, and a forked or pointed tail. It's also said that it's a strange elongated body and a thick tail. It's been reported to move quickly and often described as emitting a high-pitched, blood-curdling scream. The popular legend of the Jersey Devil, or the Leeds Devil, is dated variously and attached to various place names such as the Pines, Pine Barrens, and Leeds Point. The devil's mother is sometimes called a woman named Leeds or Mother Leeds of Burlington, but other names such as Shorts have been forwarded. In 1735, a woman named Leeds was giving birth to her 13th child and exclaimed, "Let the child be the devil." The child, though born normally, immediately grew wings, a tail and claws, and flew out to the Pine Barrens. According to some, the child transformed into a creature with hooves and a goat's head, bat wings and a forked tail. Growling and screaming, the child beat everyone with its tail before flying up the chimney and heading into the pines. In some versions of the tale, Mother Leeds was supposedly a witch, and the child's father was a devil himself. Some versions of the legend also state that local clergymen subsequently attempted to exorcise the creature from the Pine Barrens. In a different telling, localised not Leeds Point but Esterville near Mays Landing, and Mrs. Leeds became pregnant around 1855 and rejected her baby, wishing a stork would deliver a devil. Thus a winged devil was born and flew out the window, and would intermittently return, but her mother would shoo it away. So what did you think of that? I know it's about cryptids, but I'm quite interested in them, in the sense that I don't know if I believe in it, if that makes sense. I'm a bit of a skeptic when it comes to things like that, because I don't know. I mean, Bigfoot, really? I mean, I don't know. I can't say, yes or no, but same as Loch Ness Monster. Now, lots of people have said that they have seen these creatures, but obviously people say things all the time, but I don't know. I just don't know. I'm one of them. I'm getting splinters in my arse because I'm sitting on the fence. I'm one of those today with this. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. I don't know. It's just a bit like, it's like werewolves and vampires and all of them other sort of, they're legends, aren't they? More than cryptids, perhaps. I don't know. No, I suppose. I don't know. But I don't think they sit in the same category. I'm not sure, but I think they do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed your little second video for this week. Don't get used to it because I won't do it all the time. I just was feeling, why not? I was just feeling it this week, so I decided to, let you have two. Just because, that's the sort of gal I am. Anyway, I hope you have a good weekend because, we're nearly at the weekend. Yay! And I hope you do some fun stuff, whatever you get up to. I hope you have a nice one, and I'll see you again on Monday with another video, because you can't be too sick of me, can you? Oh, who knows? I mean, you might be able to be sick of me. You might get bored of this and hearing my voice all the time, but I've been told that I have quite a nice voice, so I'm going to go and roll with that. So, there you go. I'm having it. I'm owning that. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to shut up and stop waffling. If you want to listen to me, just play with this thing. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling, and I'll see you in the next one, and have yourself a great weekend. Keep smiling, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da! Bye-bye.